So DeMarcus Cousins, he's gonna sign with the Clippers on a 10-day contract.
I'm screaming.
And Riv, you think that the Clippers are gonna go to the finals? You think they're gonna be the healthy Lakers team? So what does this move do for the Clippers? What do you believe now about the Clippers? Does this improve their chances getting DeMarcus Cousins?
He signed to a 10-day. Nah, I watch Clippers games all the time. I try to get the most of them. DeMarcus Cousins, he isn't going to get any minutes. If you've been watching the Clippers, you've been seeing the impact Zubac has had on the defensive end. You've been seeing Terrence Mann. He's starting to shine. He's starting to get his – and Serge Ibaka has been out. I think with Zubac and Ibaka and then the fact that the Clippers, just like the Nets, go small ball, real small, I don't think Cousins is going to find anywhere to really get any burn because he doesn't offer much on the defensive end. And on the offensive end, they have Ibaka. So it's like he doesn't really do much for me. Like he doesn't change my mind or I have him. I just think their team is 10 deep right now. They have the team well equipped. They don't need Cousins to come in and either change anything. I think he should. They don't need this 10-day contract, honestly.
They don't need it. And DeMarcus Cousins is washed.
It can't hurt, though.
To do what? I mean, like.
You never know.
It's on a 10-day.
In a perfect world, you could get, like, some inkling of the 2018-19 DeMarcus Cousins because that was after he got hurt.
But where is he going to get minutes, though?
That's the question. But, I mean, it's a 10-day contract. It can't hurt. I don't see it making a difference.
He has to make the team.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, Cousins has been averaging 10 and 8 in Houston. He got bought out of Houston, averaging 20 minutes per game, but he shot 37% from the field and 33.6% from three. And he's a bad defender. He's not a good defender in the post. He cannot switch on to guards. He's too slow. And I think
he's an old-time big man.
Just his game does not fit the modern NBA, but I also think that his injuries have really derailed his career. And the thing is, even when he was the best center in the league in around 2015, he still wasn't a positive impact on his team.
To be fair,
offensively, the Kings were bad.
But
he wasn't. He still wasn't a positive impact on his team.
I think if he would have stayed healthy, he'd be a top 5.
First, you got to remember. You got to remember when he went to the Pelicans, they were a really good. With him and AD, they were 4th seed.
I think right now, the closest player to Cousins that we saw in 2015 that's playing right now is Karl Anthony Towns, but better from the outside and a better passer.
I disagree.
But I think if DeMarcus Cousins stayed healthy, you could have seen that same kind of progression out of him. I think if DeMarcus Cousins stayed healthy.
What do you think?
I'm about to say a hot take.
I think if DeMarcus Cousins would have stayed healthy, it would have been Jokic, Embiid, and then Towns and Cousins, like fighting for that third spot.
Honestly, I would take Gobert over Cousins, just because of his impact defensively, and I need that out of a big man.
So would you take Gobert over Towns?
Yes, I would.
I disagree.
You can make an argument for it, yeah.
You can make an argument for it.
Towns is literally doing what Cousins was doing.
But if I'm a team right now that's like looking to be a finals contender, and I'll take one of those two guys, I think Towns could be on the court.
Towns hasn't played meaningful basketball since Jimmy Butler left.
That's fair. That's a fair point, but I don't know. I think that Gobert hurt you in the playoffs.
I think before, I don't know, Boogie, before the Jokers, Boogie was out there putting up 27, 11, and 6. He was that guy who can score. He was a passing big man. He was really good at it. He was a great rebounder. I just think the Kings, the way they set up, it wasn't built for him to really be successful at that time. I think when he went to the Pelicans,
he was great in New Orleans.
They were robbed when he got hurt in New Orleans. They were robbed of a great big man tandem because of his injuries. And then he went to the Warriors, and then we all know the story after that.
Would have been crazy to see.
What's
your
hot take, though?
Oh, I was gonna say he was Jokic before Jokic. That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, it's not. I think he had to play that way for Jokic to strive now, but I do think Jokic just does what he does at a way higher level.
Yeah,
that's really the thing. I mean, to me, I just Cousins now. Let's just get back to the topic. Cousins now isn't gonna do much for the Clippers, as you mentioned. Their lineups are set. Terrence Mann has looked really good. I mean, he has emerged as one of their centerpiece players. He's a really good young player. He's very versatile defensively. And right now they have Kawhi, PG, Ibaka, Morris, Pat Bev. Morris sometimes plays the small ball 5. So, where does Cousins fit? You're not going to play him over Ibaka.
Batum sometimes.
You won't play him exactly. You won't play him over Morris. You won't play him over Batum.
And they just got Rondo.
You won't play him over Zubac. The Clippers have always needed in free agency. That's why they got Ibaka. They needed a guy who could stretch the floor because Harrell really limited them in the playoffs. Then they needed a true point guard. They got that in Rondo. DeMarcus Cousins, to me, I'm not really sure why they made this move because I don't see him making the team. 2, I don't see if he does make the team that he's going to get some meaningful minutes and actually make an impact. I just really don't see it.
I would say this, that the Clippers are very injury prone. The team is always hurt. There's always somebody out the lineup. So if there's a chance he can sneak in and get some minutes, I hope he does well. But like I said, I don't see him cracking that lineup. I think that lineup is set for the playoffs. It's set for the rest of the year. And they have a really strong 10 lineup guy where they don't really need Cousins to come in and do anything special.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh saying he won't make the team.
No, he won't. I don't think
even
if
he does, I don't think he'll play.
Yeah, it really depends if they have some injuries. You know, with Ibaka out now and Batum, I think is still out as well.
No,
he's back.
Yeah.
Okay, so but with Ibaka out now, Cousins could get some minutes there.
It's Ibaka, PG, Marcus Morris. They're out, so they're a little small ball 5.
So I think Cousins could get some minutes. And
on a 10-day, can you play in the game?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
My boy's suiting up tonight.
So we'll see if Cousins does well. I don't know if he's going to play tonight. We'll see if he does or not.